everyone, and welcome to this week's Maths Mash. This week in Year 2 we've been looking at fractions and we've had a really good time doing it. We've learned lots and lots of different new things. Now, the first thing we focused on was finding equal parts, and then we moved on to finding a half of shape and numbers, and I've got a little circle there to show you what a half of a circle looks like, and we cut it into two equal parts, and then we moved on to finding a quarter of shapes and numbers as well. And again, I've got another circle there and I've cut it 4 ways this time into 4 equal parts, and that shows just one of them there, so that's 1/4. Okay, so before we can start our fractions properly, we need to recognise when a part is equal, and that means a part is exactly the same, it's been cut, so that if I was going to share it with my friend, we would get exactly the same amount. So I want you to have a look at some shapes I've got on my screen and think about which ones have been split equally into as many different parts as there are. Okay, so there's all my shapes, and they've all been split into 4 ways. Now I want you to make sure that you have a good look at all of them and decide which ones have been split equally. So make a decision, have a good look, maybe write it down if you need to. Okay, here's the numbers for all of them, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, is everyone ready? Let's have a look, let's see which ones have been split equally. So well done if you got number 1, well done if you got number 4, and well done if you got number 2 as well, because number 2, even though it looks a little bit strange, they still have all got the same amount for each part. Okay, so when we're finding 1/2 of a shape, we split it into 2 equal parts, and this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to split it out for you. Remember, equal means exactly the same. So there would be one part, and there is the other. And we can do that with lots of our 2D shapes. We can split it right down the middle, horizontally, or diagonally. Now, when we're finding a half of a number, we still have to, we share it this time, and we share it equally between 2 parts. Okay, so we normally use counters and things like that, and that's what we've been doing this week. So it says here are 6 chocolates, and we need to share them between the 2 boxes to find out 1/2 of 6. Now we can imagine that our chocolates are the counters that we've been using in school. So I have my 2 parts there, which are my 2 boxes, and I'm going to share out my number between them. So 1/2 of 6. Now it says here we must check how many are in just one of the parts to find out the answer. So I'm going to look in one of my boxes, and I've definitely got 3 in there. So 1/2 of 6 is 3. Now it's exactly the same for when we are finding a quarter of a shape, but we now have to split it into 4 equal parts. So I've got my square there and I've split it into 4 equal parts, which means they're exactly the same size, but I've got 4 of them now rather than 2 for a half. So there's number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now when I'm finding a quarter of a number, it is similar to what we've just been doing, where we share it between 4 parts now to find out the answer. So this time I've got 4 chocolates, and I need to share them between the 4 boxes to find out what 1/4 of 4 is. So I need to move my counters into each box, and then I check how many are in just one of the boxes for 1/4, because it's one of the 4 parts. And I can see that I've only got 1 chocolate in there. So 1/4 of 4 is 1. Super. Now here are all of the jobs that I'd like you to try and tackle today. So if you are going to do the rowing boat challenge, then you're going to do a bit of folding today, and you're going to be looking at practicing finding 1/2 and 1/4 of 2D shapes. And I've got lots of different 2D shapes down the bottom of the screen for you to do for me there. If you're going to do the sailing boat challenge, I've got lots of questions for you there, and I want you just to keep practicing, maybe using counters if you have any at home, or pasta, anything similar, and finding out 1/2 and 1/4 of numbers. Now, the submarine is the real challenge this week, and I'd like to see if you can find more than 1/4 of a number. So if you're going to try and find 2/4 of a number, for example, you'll count up 2 of the parts rather than just 1. And that's exactly the same for 3/4 as well. And there's a list of questions for you guys to be getting on with there too. So I really hope that you enjoy your Maths Mash and enjoy doing the learning, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.